Hello people, this is New Sensei. I'm feeling somewhat optimistic today. I've refledged my X10s for the first time in months. Does that mean I'm shooting again? Not necessarily. But what I do have today is the W&W Wiawis Nano Max. As far as Olympic style target bows go, I've only owned two. My second and current bow is the W&W Inno CXT. At the time, the Inno CXT was the standard for competitive bows and W&W's flagship riser. While the Inno series is still in W&W's product line, focus shifted to the new Wiawis line, featuring their new flagship riser, the Nano Max. The Nano Max nearly looks identical to the Inno CXT, and this is a big plus if you're moving through the W&W risers. The look and feel are very similar. Being their showcase item, the Nano Max boasts a very large range of colors, including unique limited edition national colors for the 2016 Olympic Games. The black and red version you see here perfectly shows how W&W have not spared any effort into branding it as their top riser. Winning is everywhere on the riser. Beautiful colors, clear accents, and a beautiful finish. It is quality. The Nano Max rolls together the main features of the Inno CXT and the Inno Max. The main difference is the material and construction of the riser. It is still made from carbon graphite, but also includes nanocarbon, hence the name. This promises improved stability and vibration control, while not changing the feedback felt in the shot. The Nano Max has the T-shaped IOF limb pocket as is standard on all W&W bows now. The horizontal adjustment bolts are also the same, being large and easy to work with. The riser contains stabilizer bushings at the top, middle and bottom, as well as the back beneath the grip. The grip is a very nice dark wood, similar to the Inno Max. The grains look nice, and the grip is warm to the touch. As with most W&W grips, the hand just wants to slip into place, and it feels just right. The grip is smoothly contoured to provide support in just the right places, and you naturally feel the right pressure in the right places. In some ways, the grip is one of the best parts of the Nano Max, and I'm sure many owners will agree. The Nano Max is very top heavy, but this is to be expected. This is really designed to be shot with the freestyle configuration. The balance of the Nano Max is what you would expect from a high-level competitive riser. The riser is engineered with fine balance so that it wants to stay upright. As long as you keep your fingers off the riser, it will stay in place, greatly assisting with your accuracy. The Nano Max was released with the matching Wiawis 1 limbs. I don't have these limbs, and the bow's owner uses regular SF limbs. The reason why I refledged my arrows is because I'm actually going to be using my own 40-pound Inno EX Power limbs from my kit, which is a very good match for the Nano Max. First, I'm going to try Barebow. Emphasize try, because I really have no skill in Barebow, but you can see how it handles from a reasonable draw weight without stabilizers. Oh, that has punch to it. I do know it's my own 40-pound limb, so I should be used to it, but I haven't used these limbs on my bow for months. So it's a nice feeling, and honestly, it doesn't feel like I'm shooting a Nano Max. It feels like it's like my Inno CXT, and that's a good thing, and it's a good design. It feels really nice, and it really comes out nicely. Again, my Barebow technique is not particularly good, and this isn't my bow technically speaking, so I'm not going to get it right anyway. Oh yeah, I'm just hammering that spot. It's consistent enough in my short distance practice, that's what I'm talking about. And the thing with a 40-pound limb or any high draw weight is that you really have to commit to the shot. You have to know what you're doing, otherwise your form gets punished if you don't do it consistently. I'm not really anchoring tightly here, just because again I'm not a barebow shooter. I'm not really familiar with string walking, but that's the sort of thing you can do. I'm just hitting the same spot over and over again, and this thing just feels really good. Yeah, that I'm pretty satisfied with that. The arrows are going straight into the middle. Again, even with the loose anchor, the reference point still stays the same and looks okay from here. My first impression shooting the Nano Max Barebow, it feels exactly as a Win bow should. It has the same look, feel and balance as something like the Inno CXT. Not so much the Inno Max. I feel that's a somewhat heavier and chunky design. This does have that more sleek appearance of the Inno CXT compared to the Inno Max. But immediately, I don't really notice any significant change from the Inno CXT, and that's already a tried and true design. So, as you would probably imagine, there is very little hand shock. The vibration is very well controlled. The bow wants to stay stable, and overall, my first impressions of this, without any attachment, is very positive. There's a reason why people gravitate towards this bow, and it is definitely a high performance bow. Let's see how this handles with the full Olympic setup. Alright, here we go. We have everything on. We've got the stabilizers, we have the Shibuya Ultimate Sight with my clicker. I'm using my Eastern X10s. This is my return to Olympic shooting. This is a nice, familiar feeling, and this does feel right. This riser was clearly designed for Olympic freestyle in mind. It is the right balance with the stabilizer up front, so this is what your Olympic bow should feel like, it should look like as well. And for those of you, I know there are many of you who are using the Nano Max and really enjoy it. I can definitely see why. This was the same feeling I had when I first bought my Inno CXT. The feeling where everything feels just about right. The feeling of the grip, the shape and balance of the riser, when you add on the rest of the accessories, it just falls into place. And that's what I feel like when holding the Nano Max. It's the same feeling, and I think many of you will agree. This bow is designed for this kind of shooting, so let's give it a shot. Oh, I have so much rebuilding to do. One does not take 4 months of Olympic archery and expect to shoot well. But here we go, using a Win bow with the clicker. Oh, that is amazing. I wouldn't exactly say orgasmic, but this is the sweet spot. This is that exact feeling that I've had using my Win. That is beautiful. I'm not going to show my target as normal, but you'll probably hear the arrows just smashing into each other. That's a really bad thing for the X10s, but this bow will do exactly what you tell it to do. Oh, nice. Tell you what, when you don't shoot with the clicker and you go back to using it and you have to force yourself to stretch out, wow, you really have to appreciate what the Olympic style shooters have to do. I've been enjoying my bout of traditional shooting, but this is a different level. Oh, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. And hopefully my form isn't that bad. I have nothing bad to say about this. It's coming back to me. It's gonna be a slow process, but it's coming back to me. Yep, that's definitely hitting the same spot. Should aim somewhere else. That's gonna be painful. Glorious, but painful. I'm having that feeling when you haven't used the right muscles for a long time. Oh, that's the right sort of pain. I'm a little shaky on the expansion, but can you blame me? Yep, that's the sweet spot. When you spend enough time away from Olympic archery, you kind of forget all the processes, but it comes back to you. Oh, actually it did split a knock. Well, so much for that. It's a good bow. Alright, I don't think I'll be getting any better anytime soon, but that's the first step on the journey back, I hope. It feels like I've done a really short video and I haven't really done the Nano Max any justice, but I don't have much to say about it. I guess I'm stuck for words because it's the standard win-and-win high-performance feeling. I've had this feeling for years since I started using the win-and-win Inno CXT, and the Nano Max, the Wiawis Nano Max, is exactly that. It's a high-performance carbon bow. It feels right. The balance is good. It just wants to stay on target. And I feel that even with my very sloppy level of Olympic style archery, it still performs really well. I'm used to this sort of thing, but it is something which definitely meets, if not exceeds, win-and-win standards. That's the best way I can put this. I can't really compare it to the Inno CXT because it pretty much is the Inno CXT, except it's been upgraded with the new materials and the new design patterns, but otherwise, performance-wise, this is a definite go-to. Now, of course, since this release in 2017, Win&Win announced the Nano TFT, which I reviewed previously. That is also a very nice bow, and it's a different design. I think that bow is an excellent bow as well. But if you are looking for a familiar design through the Inno series, then the Nano Max is the natural successor to the Inno CXT and the Inno Max. In my opinion, I feel that the Wiawis Nano Max contains the best features of the Inno Max and the Inno CXT. And that's basically what this comes down to. For those who are into the aesthetic side of buying a bow, the Wiawis Nano Max platform provides many more color options than the Nano TFT. That's mostly a dark color, like a dark red or blue or black, so you don't really have options. This one has far more colors, especially the glossy colors, which many people like, including myself. And yeah, it looks like a very good sports car, like the Lamborghini of bows, I would say. So yeah, very elegant, very sleek, and overall this is just a really nice bow. I know a lot of people have been waiting for my opinion. Do I really have to say more? If you're using this bow, if you're using this bow, you know it's a good bow, and I know it's a good bow. So if you're using the bow now, I confirm and I will agree that this is an excellent bow, definitely one of the top risers in the market and in competition today. In terms of win bows, I guess the only other competing bow at this current point in time would be the AXT. I know some archers still use the CXT at top level, but the AXT is the aluminium version of the CXT. It has certain appeals to it, but the Nano Max was one of the more popular bows during the Rio Olympic Games last year, and still would be today. So yeah, it's a top bow. It's, I'd say, the standard for competition, coming from Win. And if you are using it, then you will agree that this is going to be a top performer. Anyway, this is New Sensei. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.